This week on New Music Fridays, got A Boogie with the Hoodie, 9 Bridge featuring Roddy Rebel and Bobby Shmurda. The first feature that Bobby has released. Notice how people care more about the feature than they do it being an A Boogie song. And no diss to A Boogie, I think he has gotten marginally better over the years, but not enough progression over too much time. Went from one of the hottest in the game to an afterthought in just 5 years, while still signed to Atlantic. Take this as a warning for all you hopeful to reach the majors. You will have to make your own moves, or the time that you will have will run out. And yes, I feel the same way about Don Q as well. But there's a chance that this single revitalizes his notoriety off the strength of the exclusive Bobby Shmurda verse. Now, I don't see it happening unless we're talking like a classic song here. A Boogie needs to be approaching this song as if this was his last, because it could be. Not in terms of making music, more in terms of your last run at a major deal for major success. Sadly, I'm expecting a lackluster track that will serve as Bobby's stepping stone towards reintroducing himself rather than bring A Boogie back and crap. Doesn't look like this one's coming out. I did hear the snippet that was released earlier, but it sounds like someone just recorded a snap over their phone. Frustrating thing about having New Music Fridays is sometimes samples don't clear in time. Sometimes people change their mind about releasing. Sometimes legal issues get in the way. This is why I always say never tell anybody anything until things are set in stone that they are happening. Because they didn't do this, many fans are voicing their frustrations as we speak. And if you think people are just going to forget, ask Dr. Dre fans how much they forgot about the projects that he promised. Oh well, maybe next time. Lil Yachty, Michigan Boy Boat. People think I dislike Lil Boat. Truth is, I respect him for being true to himself and never ducking the media while expressing it. What I don't like is his music. See, where A Boogie is clearly past his prime, Lil Yachty has never had one. This is the problem with being a bad rapper who reaches the mainstream. We will never see how good you could have actually become because you feel legitimized by the greed of the people who actively hate music and put you on. When you fall into the cycle of doing the same music over and over that helps you reach the industry, you will believe that you are doing something right. When the reality is you long since needed to reinvent yourself, polish your delivery, master your flow, and actually focus on lyricism to advance. Will Quality Control promote this project as much as they will say do the next Migos project? Nope. Migos still got the press. If not more because of Cardi and Saweetie than the actual music, but they are still in the limelight. Yachty is on his way out, and this mixtape needs to be his first step forward to becoming a legit artist, or he's going to have a difficult time in the future. And it's interesting though. So this project is more of a compilation where Lil Yachty is giving opportunity to those in the Michigan region, with a focus on Flint, Michigan. And I like the concept, but if you don't include John Connor in this, then you pretty much invalidate yourself. That's like going to the NFL draft not knowing who Trevor Lawrence is. I wish people would consult me if they try to do projects like this, because I would find you the best they have to offer. But was this project bad? Not really. There's like some moments within there, like Dynamic Duo to G.I. Joe. Basically songs with some strong production where they do just enough not to ruin it, but I'm definitely not recommending any of this project. Moneybagg Yo A Gangstas Pain. AKA, do we even need to listen to this? Cause we pretty much should know what this sounds like. This project is going to be gangster. Gangsta of the same caliber of Time Solved, Code Red, going all the way back to Reset. Is that a bad thing? Yes and no. By doing this, you limit any potential growth you could have had. But there's a chance for longevity with the audience that you currently have. Some people think by changing my style, that could lose me my fan base. And I respond by saying, only if you do it wrong. If you were to wear a shiny suit or go full Lil Nas X, then yes, you will lose those who rock with you. But an artist is able to evolve and get better, not defined by the genre that they are in. Instead, the music defines the genre and the audiences that listen to their music. Being fearful of adapting and creating your next sound cripples you in this business. You have to be willing to take the risk if you're going to get the game. As he may have reached the point where diminishing returns can factor in. Pretty much you will do twice as much work on this trajectory and get half the returns, and that will continue to slide every year that passes. And sadly, that is exactly what I'm expecting from this project, but pleasantly surprised. The title actually has something to do with the project here. He is more focused on the negatives associated with the life, hence A Gangsta's pain. Like take Waukesha for example, using the Biggie One More Chance sample for a song that is a metaphor for drinking lean as a bad relationship, points for the intent, but he just doesn't have the skills to pull it off. If pain was a person, basically his personalized stories of suffering, free promo talking about how few authentic people there are out here, I was not expecting this level of substance. It's a great step forward, but substance is just a mere piece of the equation of improvement. His delivery and flow are key areas holding him back, but he can improve with those if he wants to. A solid joint, but not anything that I'm going to keep. Yes, even Certified Neptunes produced by Pharrell didn't make the cut. The Weeknd Save Your Tears featuring Ariana Grande. Do I really have to talk about this? Why do people actually care about remixes? Odds are it's just going to be additional vocals by Ariana Grande, not a R. Kelly style remix. And yes, I know people hate R. Kelly, but when he decided to make completely new songs that continue, if not expand on his hits, it raised the bar of music that clearly the rest of the game just couldn't lift. It's not like Ariana is known for lyricism that can take a song to another level. Her best bars, if you want to call it that, was when she dissed Pete Davidson, and then he ethered her on his comedy special and you didn't hear anything about it since. To be satisfied with this obvious money grab, I will need a new beat, a different take on the material, and it being an extension of the previous would be nice as well. Is that what we're going to get? Nope. Maybe if we're lucky, this is a sign that he grinded through the pandemic and his next project is almost ready, so they're trying to tie in his last project to his next. But the reality is they are still pushing the last project and they want this to be a bump in sales. And as expected, this is simply just additional vocals by Ariana Grande. At least she did some background vocals to add more punch to that hook. What kills me is the fact that there's nothing that this one does that the original doesn't already do. They even kept the same exact breakdown, fam. It annoys me when people just go through the motions instead of trying to make every song into the best that they have done. Nothing about this is special, so therefore no recommendations from me. Rich the Kid RMP. AKA, do people actually kill? Rich the Kid hasn't been with the majors since Boss Man, and this caliber of MC depends on the notoriety to sell records. This is the problem with not prioritizing music but wanting to be in the music industry. Sure, an image can sell and possibly take you to the top, but there will come a time where the music must stand on its own if you want longevity. No amount of features or social media followers can stop that fact from coming. Reason being is that there is a point where people move on because the next notable acts are being mass promoted. The people who don't move on are those who were touched with your music, hoping that you can do it again. Could I be understating Rich the Kid's following? Yes. To be real with you, I was shocked to see that Soulja Boy's crowd continued to follow him. But that's more because he is credited for revolutionizing the game digitally. But what has Rich the Kid done besides be an ounce of water caught up in the Atlanta wave? Can Rostrum Records, known for breaking Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller, help propel Rich the Kid where Republic couldn't? Possibly, but not with this one, I don't think. Richard Mille Protect, a dedication to his watch that has a catchy vibe to it. To be real, I wouldn't be shocked if this song were to hit. This is one that would strongly benefit from the majors' promotional dollars. Without such, I don't think this song has the legs to succeed on its own. This is where Rich the Kid shows us exactly how much he wants to be on the business end and promote his own records. Overall, nothing that I would keep, but something that I'll keep my eyes on to see if Rich the Kid actually does have a future in this game.